the shooting guard position, standing 6'5", number 5, Gary Trent Jr. The man in the middle, 7 feet tall, number 11, Lopez. At the other guard position, standing 6'2", number 0, Damian Lillard. At forward, 6'11", number 34, the Green Fruit, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Good Friday night to you, sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Chicago Bulls. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Saturday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Memphis and going up against the Grizzlies.
And for that matchup with the Magic, that's one to mark on the schedule. It's their 5th game of the year, and we should start to see their lineups get sorted out.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine and Williams up in the forward positions. Josh Giddey is out there with White, and it's Vucevic in at the 5. And for the Bucks, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. The guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent, and it's Prince in at the small forward. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Now here's Williams. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. That one misses. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Down low, here's Lillard. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Wow, the skill of Lillard to get his shot through while getting the whistle.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Back-to-back national titles in college. And then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Lillard against White. Lillard scanning the floor. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 5.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Pass to Giddey. Levine with it. He had 27 points last game. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Giannis.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And a great look. Lillard always looking for teammates. Doesn't have tunnel vision.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. We discussed the prospect of facing off against Zach LaVine. Coach said Zach is an uber athlete, can jump out of the gym, but he also has such a nice three-point shot, it makes LaVine a headache. We'll switch up who's guarding him as the game progresses. Of course, LaVine can beat you so many different ways. That'll be fun to watch tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
And here's a look at some stats for Damian Lillard. Coming off a terrific season and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And yeah, he was money from the charity stripe. Only a handful of players shot a better percentage last season. Tremendous asset. And the Bucks with some changes. Livingston's checked in, and it's Jackson in for Prince. Chicago also making some changes. Buzelis is checked in for Vucevic. Dosunmu comes in for Zach LaVine, and Ball subbed in for White. Now here's Lillard. Last game with 30 points. Outside Jackson. Portis sets the pick for Jackson. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Let's take a moment to look at the 2K leaderboard and see last year's high-scoring teams. In fourth, the Bucks.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Smith has checked in, and a change for the Bulls. Williams has checked in. There's 48 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Dosunmu with it, Wright's there. Williams a screen. And again, no good by Chicago.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 5. It's Portis atop the key over Smith. Portis can't get it to go.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Back to Giddey. To end the cold streak, it's the three-point bomb. Giddey's got his second basket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bucks ahead. They're up by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Here's Giannis. Still yet to score. On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. LaVine and Williams up in the forward position. All out there with Dosunmu. And it's Smith in at the 5 spot. Now here's Wright. It's a 5-point game. There's Giannis with the slam.
It may be the most bankable play in this offense. Antetokounmpo on the roll with the finish.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Dosunmu. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Bucks.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks And that's what great offenses are all about.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
And he can't get the first one. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Good on the second free throw. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
And he nails the third. And staying a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group, but it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
And that's the beauty of Giannis. Always been a willing passer and can find the open man once the D focuses in on him.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's ready to talk things through with the team. He's checked in for the Bucks. Trent comes in for Jackson. And Chicago also making a switch. Bruce Ellis is checked in for Williams. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Now, here's Lopez, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Screen by Giannis. From deep, Trent does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. 7-point differential. Smith with a screen on Trent. Here's Dosunmu. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And that one's good by Giannis.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Ball, the pass to Smith. 1:52 left in the first half. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
and that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there.
The setup and the slam by Giannis.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Ball dishes to Levine. There's 1:17 left to play here in the half. And that one is good.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. A different look for Milwaukee. Portis is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Taurean Prince comes in for Green. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Wright. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Josh Giddey's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's White in for Lonzo Ball. Williams with the block. Levine wide open, and the three ball is good. And now it's just a 4-point Milwaukee lead.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Here's Lillard. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Well, these are the games you get up for, regardless of how you've played lately.
Oh, great ball movement there.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. White against Lillard. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Lillard's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And the shot-first mindset of Lillard, when he sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to attack.
Here's White. Lopez with the block. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Here's Vucevic. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Levine's shot is off. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Coach, a slow start for this team. What has to change as you work your way back?
Well, we didn't shoot the ball particularly well in the first quarter at all. Thank God we got to the free throw line some, which helped. But I think we could do a better job defensively. I thought we gave them too many baskets in around the rim. So we've got to do a better job shoring up the paint.
We'll see if the defense picks up, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
Taking a look here at Chicago, they didn't come out the gates the way they hoped. Took the L, but they don't think that represents who they are.
Well, it might be just a matter of shaking off that rust, Shaq, and I think the second game will give us some insight.
Let's switch gears to the Chicago Bulls. They're in a tight one after the first half.
They're getting bullied on the defensive end, punched in the mouth, kicked in the teeth, but they're still standing. That says something.
Yeah, giving up so many easy buckets. How are they going to still win this game?
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort, because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
The guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. LaVine with it. Lillard picks him up. Outside, White. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Giddey. 4 on the clock. Vucevic is screen on Prince. And Giddey gets it to go.
And honestly, Giddey mostly avoids that area, but nice to see him being aggressive.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Jackson, he's checked in for Taurean Prince.
Number 44.
And Vucevic kicks to Williams. Pass to LaVine. Vucevic setting the pick for LaVine. 6 on the shot clock. Drops it in from 14 feet away. LaVine's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, LaVine may have cut down on his mid-range attempts, but he's still more than capable from that.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Kobe White became one of the top candidates last season for Most Improved Player. He says, "I always tried to just let the work show. I wanted to prove that I could be a starting guard in this league. I've just got to continue to get better every day, be aggressive, and be who I am." Kevin, back to you.
All right, D.A., love that attitude. Back to Lillard. Giannis outside. No good from outside. Bulls have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. You know, Stan, it is great to see Kobe White put it all together.
It sure is, Kevin. This guy hung in there with a great attitude. Even when he wasn't playing as much as he wanted to, he's still growing as a player, knocking down shots. His confidence is sky high. His approach will take him a long way.
I got to believe as a coach, that is incredibly satisfying to have that kind of play.
Yeah, it really is when you have a guy like that and he just keeps getting better.
Giddey sets the pick for Williams. Back to Giddey. Shoots the three. Oh, my. He'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play.
Shot's good.
It's going to be on Gary Trent Jr. For Chicago, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Lonzo Ball in for White. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. And so it's Josh Giddey making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get you back to the action after this break. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too, is once he picks the ball up, he's not going to shoot it. If he does, just stay down on him.
I like the way the Donovan's conveying that scouting report to his guys.
I mean, knowing how your opponent plays is important, and I think he's on point on this one.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Buzelis out there with Smith. Then there's Lonzo Ball. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Dosunmu in at the 2-guard spot. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Bucks trail by 3. Giannis outside. To the wing on the left. And the wide open shot from Connaughton. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
And how about the splendid floor vision from Antetokounmpo? A good decision maker, improves his passing each and every year.
Now Dosunmu. And he banks in the layup. Dosunmu's got 4 this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Giannis. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Both teams will make substitutions. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. Now it's a close one, so Coach asked his team to keep their focus. He said this game's going to come down to mistakes. If we play clean, we'll win. Great game tonight. Let's see how it winds up. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. First free throw is good.
Well, one thing with LaVine, you love the way he can attack at all 3 levels on the floor.
And so LaVine nails both of them.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Trent outside. Pass to Lopez. Shoots over Vucevic. Lopez, no luck. The Bulls leading. White looking around. Williams kicks to Giddey. It's stolen. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Defensive foul. Zach LaVine. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
White against Lillard. And White, the bucket on the assist from Giddey.
Important points right there from White, showing he wants more responsibility over time.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And you know he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
And then LaVine with the jam.
Those are huge points from LaVine. Stepping up.
For Milwaukee, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. With the fadeaway. It's rebounded by Giddey. Bulls have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And the rejection by Giannis. Here's Prince. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Zach LaVine.
Yeah, easy call.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, the mid-range has been open for them, so you've got to take what the defense gives, and that's been a great attack in this situation.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Giddey the pass to Williams. LaVine double team. Back to Williams. Williams a screen on Trent. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Outside, LaVine. Shot clock at 5. Shot from the right block. Count the basket and the foul. That's on Brook Lopez.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Free throw good, LaVine.
That and one free throw ups it to a 2-possession game. Costly foul on the shot that time.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And how about the attack there from Giannis inside, going right into the defense and still able to get the shot up.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
And that makes it a one-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Big Vooch with a big bucket. That is clutch.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks, trailing by 4. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it out to Lillard. And again, the Bucks miss. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. And so it's Milwaukee with it. 4-point game. It's good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Money! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Man, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And now they foul and stop the clock. Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Well, talk about poise under pressure. Buries all of his free throws, and now up 3. They've got to play smart.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest.
Here we go.
Here is Lillard, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. The guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Trent. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Trent's got the first basket here in overtime for the Bucks. The Bulls trailing. Here's Levine. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Levine's got 21 in the game. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game. And so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way and you're interested.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life.
Giannis showing creativity.
There is no question Antetokounmpo is a star in this league. This team trusts him to make the big shot.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Levine looking around. Got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That's such a tough finish. Levine with outstanding focus to score through contact.
Puts the move on. It drops.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
And so Levine will bring it up now for the Bulls. Pass to Giddey. Launches it. White up top. Covered by Lillard. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. Milwaukee with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Then they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And they go to the intentional foul.
Kobe White. First personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line. Converting on all those free throws helps them build this lead.
Chicago calls timeout. 15 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
They need a quick basket here.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
And the Bulls with another miss. And so they foul intentionally.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
And so the Bucks take the win. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Giannis, a dominant performance. What is the level that this team is playing at?
It's amazing, man. I think the whole group, the whole team played hard. The whole team was ready. Everybody stepped up. And, you know, this is what makes an average team from a great team or a good team.
I know you guys are looking for great and not good. Congrats on the win. Back to you guys.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Dave